So I had a lot more EB-1A consultations this week, and they were mostly for people who are on the line, where yes, they can show that they meet 3 criteria, but the cases are probably not very strong. And for most of the clients, I recommended that they wait to file maybe 1 or 2 more years while they build up some additional qualifications. A lot of people come to me for the EB-1A consultations and they want to know, can I file? That's the main question. Can I file? And at the end of the consultations, unfortunately, I think sometimes clients are more confused about whether or not they should file, because the answer is yes, they can file. They meet the minimum qualifications at least. But I think a lot of people are asking how to weigh the decision, how to make the decision on when to file, how to weigh it. And it is personal. The main thing is if you file the EB-1 now, you have to be willing to assume the cost. And it is a big financial investment for a lot of people, especially if you hire an attorney, especially if you pay for premium processing and all of that. So there is real money at risk. It's not necessarily going to be a negative factor in your overall immigration profile. So it shouldn't impact other visa petitions. It shouldn't impact your non-immigrant status, at least in most cases. A denial can result in a little bit more scrutiny if you do a refile. So if your first EB-1 gets denied and then you file another EB-1, you're probably more likely to get a request for evidence on it, but it doesn't seem to influence overall denial rates on the refiles. So really the only thing is cost and deciding whether or not to proceed now or whether or not to proceed later. I'm very upfront with clients, and so when I feel that their case is minimally viable but probably weak and maybe only a 50-50% chance of being approved or even less than 50% chance of being approved, I usually tell them that if it was me, I would save my money and build up for the next couple of years. But I think a lot of people are not fully satisfied with that answer. And I just wanted to let everyone know that the main risk is the cost, like losing out on that money. And then the benefit is potentially getting the EB-1, but you just have to weigh those appropriately and be comfortable with how you're filing in your own mind.